guess what? We're doing another discussion because we just want to talk about movies and, well, we have nothing better to do with our lives than talk about movies. That's not true. I'm pretty sure they have better things to do than I do. Well, I have kids, so, that's the better thing I do is my kids and stuff. Anyway, that just got awkward. Alright, so today I am once again joined by Manny.
Hello.
Or was it Movie Manny? Are we still doing Movie Manny?
I don't know, I'm thinking like cinema, so maybe cinemanny.
Cinnamon?
Oh,
Cinnamon.
That's a good one, yeah.
But movie man, there's a movie Mans. And I was like,
No, yeah, I like cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
I think cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Now I want a cinnabun.
Cinnamon.
I'm hungry.
Alright.
I'm always hungry.
we're sponsored by Cinnabon.
Sponsored by... Not
I have no idea what's happening. Alright, so, also joining us is my baby brother, Osvaldo, who is Ozzie.
Yeah.
Is that what we're going for, Ozzie?
Yeah, Ozzie.
Ozzie, okay.
I like Ozzie.
And me, you should all know me if you're on my channel. I am Lily, or as my channel states, Lady Lily. And today we're going to talk about, if you can't tell by our pretty little box that I think you can see on the camera, and by my awesome shirt, I don't know about you, and his awesome shirt.
Well, there's nothing on there from the movie, but
Mine is Marco Robbie.
And I'm basic.
We're going to talk about Birds of Prey, which came out this past weekend, and we all saw it, we all have opinions on it, and we thought it'd be a lot of fun to just kind of come together and talk about it. I feel like I'm going to get shit on a little bit because I really liked it.
it was made for you, so I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's true, right?
That's a cheap shot. That's a cheap shot.
For you. I'm sorry, Brie Larson started that. This movie's not made for you, bitch.
I am not a fan of Brie Larson.
So great.
I'm really not. Alright, so.
This movie wasn't made for us.
What we're going to do is we're going to go down the line, and we're just going to give short little opinions, and then we're just going to get into discussions, and if we start yelling at each other, we are so very sorry.
That's better though. It's better.
I mean,
It's just gonna be me and Manny.
Well, I'm apologizing to you guys if I start yelling. Like, if they're watching it, they're going to find it hilarious. Also, that little high squeaked voice you just heard is my child who is right there, so if she pops into that camera, just ignore her. Yeah. She has opinions too. Her vocabulary is just limited. Alright, so let's start. I say we start with the newcomer.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, what do you want me to say about it?
Well, I think you liked it more than all of us. I think you should start right.
Me?
I think honestly, well, yeah. I think we go big and then we start crapping on it. Yeah.
Me? Okay, fine.
You don't want to start off with crapping on it.
Okay, so remember, we're short little quicks of what we thought, and then we're just gonna get into like points in the film. Alright. So for me, I really liked it. To Manny's point, yes, it is a female-driven story. It is very like girl empowerment and girl only no man. Yes, you do get that. However, I felt that it wasn't as high played as some things like Ghostbusters. So for me, the movie was a lot of fun. I loved Margot Robbie. She does such a good job. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Huntress, was definitely my other favorite. I don't remember Black Canary's name, or the actress.
Jussie Smollett or something.
Jussie Smollett's her brother.
I think her name is Jessie though, with a U, not Jessie. I think it's Jussie something. Jussie Smollett something. Okay. We'll find out. I'm pretty sure you're correct.
We'll find out. It'll pop up in post. Well, I loved her. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Lady Cop, just because I am not a fan of 80s movies, so she was really acting like an 80s cop movie. Oh, by the way, spoilers. I should have said like big spoilers. We're not holding back.
That'll be in the beginning of the video, hopefully.
I will like flash it in like big, bright, pink letters.
Rosa Perez, that's what her name is. Rosa Perez.
Rosa Perez. Okay.
Yeah.
She's from the 80s.
Well, I mean, she looks it. That's messed up. I feel bad.
She's like.
I take that back. That's not very women empowerment of me. That's not women supporting women.
Yeah, you're just.
I'm Mexican. I'm not taught that crap.
She's Mexican too, right?
Yeah, she is.
Well, then she understands. Well, then she understands what we're talking
about.
Well, hello. You could be a spectrum of things and still be Latino or Latina or Latinx.
Well, we'll go off of Perez.
Perez.
Rosie Perez.
Yes.
And the little girl that plays
I don't know. Yeah, Cassandra King.
Cassandra King.
I don't know who she is.
She's really funny though. I loved her. I think my favorite movie.
I agree with you on that one. I did like the little kid.
Yeah, she's funny. I think what I liked most about it for me was these small little bits. Yeah, the action, great. I liked the action. I like that you actually see how these women can have to go to extreme lengths to take down a man that's 4 times her size. But For me, there's like one specific part. There's a part where you see Black Canary and she's fighting and she literally has to push her hat to her face and she makes this big deal about it where she's like, get this crap out. And Harley comes around with like, hair tie? Because in 1,000 films that I've seen so many action movies, you see these women who have their flowing locks and it does not bother them to be fighting and flipping and spinning and their hair for some reason always in perfect place. There was just something really hilarious and relatable and refreshing about seeing that called out at all. Because guess what? My hair gets in my face all the freaking time. I can't pick up toys without my hair getting in my face. I had to cut my hair like this short once because I couldn't deal with the length anymore. That is how annoying our hair is. Yes, it looks gorgeous and beautiful, but it is not, what's the word, conducive?
I don't know. You start talking about those stuff and I blanked out.
It's not helpful. So I love that the movie called out little things like that. They did call out like a shoe change at one point. Harley's humor, it's very like erratic, and I feel like the film shows that, where you can clearly see that it's from her perspective. Everything's very colorful and very, very, very jarring. Because I mean, she's probably like high half the time. I mean, at one point we see her get high. That did happen.
That wasn't.
It wasn't on purpose, but it did happen.
She was zooted.
You see the eyes.
Apparently.
Which honestly, it wasn't the first time I've seen a fight scene like that, because I watched American Dad and they did that in American Dad once. Like that almost the exact same thing they did in American Dad once. Okay, but again, I loved it. Again, I'm like very scattered, but I think I'm gonna get more into it as we start talking and stuff. But I would give it. How are we doing the ratings? Are we gonna do number?
Out of 5.
Out of 5?
Out of 5?
Like we're doing point.
We're doing a point. Okay, I was thinking letters.
Oh, letters? We can do letters. It's your channel.
Your channel.
But you gotta be consistent from now on. So you can do letters and numbers from now on. Do a decision right now.
Oh crap, that's true.
You
You
can
do both. Like it has to be like.
Have you been doing letters?
No, I haven't done ratings. This is my technically first review, because the last one was just kind of a.
Yeah, it was just
a discussion. This is like more of a review. I'm gonna give. Okay, let's just do numbers, because if I do letters, I might get bumped. I'll do 4.2.
Out of 5?
Out of 5?
4.2 out of 5.
Whoa.
No, como de 10, tampoco. No, out of 5.
So I picked the same thing. Out of 10. Yes.
Anyway, alright, so that was me. I gave it a 4.2. Is that flashing on the screen? Is it? Because I put it in post. Alright, I can see it.
I guess I'll go. Okay, so the first problem with the movie for me was Huntress. I think as soon as we see her kill somebody, it's like, okay, we're obviously going to get backstory with her. We're not going to get much, we're not going to get much cool explanations. She was just my problem from the beginning, because I knew Huntress when I was, I guess, littler, and then
younger.
Littler. Let me speak. Let me speak like that.
Catchphrase. Let him have it.
And then, well, I guess we'll get into like how we think the movie should have played out later. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I didn't like her at all. I thought the cop. What's her name?
Montoya. Inigo. Renee Montoya, played by Rosie Perez.
That girl, I thought it was so funny when they were like, why do you play out like the 80s cop movie? I thought that was like the good ending arc of her character. Like, oh, okay, that's great. Good. That's why she's so dumb and cheesy. Good. I loved Margot Robbie. I loved Ian McGregor. They were the best characters in the movie. Yeah. They held the movie. They held the movie up. As soon as you see Ian McGregor, just tops it off. Every scene I saw after that, I just thought was just didn't hold up. Especially when he said, okay, maybe the booger bubble was kind of like a little ridiculous, but the rest of that scene was played out just like how I thought Black Mask could play out. But do I think from start to end he got worse? I think
his arc.
Yeah, I think his arc went from top straight bottom. The beginning, the middle of the club part where he starts getting anxious and starts getting more mad that he's not getting what he wants, even though he has everything. I thought that was a little too forced on my part. But yeah, I guess from the actor's perspective, no one did terrible. They were just all cheesy, I guess. In a way, I did like the little kid. The little kid was super fun. This movie was fun. This movie was just fun for people. It was eye candy. It didn't really do much else to be a good movie. It just wanted you to see some girls kick ass. That's it. That's all you really want. And I mean, like, what else can I say about it? Like, I just want to start talking about like the scenes.
Alright, give your rating of a movie.
Like the scenes, yeah. Like I give it like a 2.8. 2.8.
Wow.
Yeah. Everyone's arc kind of just fell for me.
Alright, cinemanny.
Alright, so we can just call me Manny. I mean, that's like my
that's
probably my handle, but it's kind of weird.
Okay, I'll call you back. Just to like remind.
It's like I'm not Black Mask in this movie. Yeah, call me by Black Mask. It's hard to get into it, but I think it's great that we live in a time where we have these great movies directed by women, starring women, and it's also great that we live in a time where we're getting comic book movies written and directed by women, like Wonder Woman. But I also think it's a great time that we live in a time where movies that are directed and written by women are also average as well. I mean, I thought it was an average movie. I'm a huge DC fan. I went into it with high expectations. So I don't want to get into the whole movie right now, but I would say probably a 2 point. Might be with Osvaldo. I think it might be 2.8, 2 point. Around the middle.
It wasn't like a C, but
it's
was
fun.
Here's fun.
It is fun. It's a fun movie.
I have some hot takes for you. I'm gonna say hot takes.
Honestly, we have like there's so many bits in this movie.
Okay.
I got the hot takes. Okay. First of all,
Alright.
I don't know if you guys like Suicide Squad, but I love Suicide Squad. I thought it was a great movie. I mean, people rightfully they have the right to hate on it.
The only thing that I hated about that movie mainly was the villain.
Yeah,
I did not like what they did. I just feel
Enchantress.
Enchantress.
Yeah, I felt that they should have done something smaller, like a terrorist group, as opposed to.
Yeah. I like that movie a lot. So, the thing is with this movie, they're the same movie. I think it's the same movie. So I think people that are praising Birds of Prey for their story, like, oh, I love this story, I love the chaotic. It's the same movie as Suicide Squad, so they're hypocrites. I'm calling them out. I'm calling out all the people in Hollywood. You're hypocrites. It's the same movie.
Yeah, Montoya is the captain, right?
Right. It's almost the same thing where it's like Batman Returns and Batman Forever, or not Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. I don't know if you guys like those movies or familiar with those movies, but they're both the same movie. This one's more loved over the other because one's more flashier and one's more darker. Which is the same with Suicide Squad. The original Suicide Squad was darker. This one's more flashier. It's the same movie. I like them both equally, but I think one's inferior than the other. But that's all I gotta say about that for right now, because I don't want to get into all of it. Because so I'm just gonna say that I thought it was a good movie. I enjoyed it, but I'm gonna love DC no matter what. I still think it's way better than Captain Marvel or a lot of the other Marvel movies. It's like that they take risks. I enjoy these movies. They're more enjoyable than those kind of movies.
That is true. I did like the fact that you said that the DC movies have been taking more risks, but
when they saw that the dark thing wasn't working for them, they started taking more risks.
This one, I think it's
the dark universe. Is just,
it's just really think about the reason that they even did the dark thing was because they saw that they couldn't do the comedy thing the way the lightheartedness. Yeah. Oh, can you help me with this? The lightheartedness the way Marvel did it. So they wanted to be different. They wanted to be edgy, so they went dark. But then they went too dark.
Well, the thing
I think they didn't go dark enough.
No,
I think we needed to see the insanity of Harley Quinn build up first, and then get into the ridiculousness.
What I love about DC is like they tackle more mature things. I think they tackle stuff like rape. They tackle genocide and stuff like that. Marvel, since it's been owned by Disney, has been shying away from that. There's no cussing. There's no smoking. There's very rarely any deaths. They always come back with her. So like, DC's always been like the one where they kill off people and it's more dark. And
they cut off legs. They got a hyena literally eating a leg in front of you. And but come on, like they think it's funny. They're laughing at it when they're doing it. Like it's not. It's dark, but it's dark humor at that point.
How's this about Joker too? Like everyone was like crapping on Joker. It's like how it's like you can't sympathize or empathize with this serial killer or whatever. This this killer in this hero, right, in the Joker movie, which he wasn't, by the way. He killed like in self-defense, whatever. Maybe his mom too, but whatever.
I think his mom was a mercy killing.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Also, he did get upset. Like he felt lied to by her. I mean, she did. I feel like he blamed a lot of his mental illness on her.
I'm not condoning murder or anything like that.
Oh,
I'm not justifying it.
No, we're not.
That's why I took a pause.
Lady Lily channel does not condone murder or justify it in any way.
Right.
I mean, if they deserve it, that's separate. But like,
And then Harley Quinn's killing all these people. Like, but it's okay for Harley to do it, but not for Joker to do it.
but I mean, did she really kill that many people? Because she went into that police station and killed nobody.
That's another issue I have with this movie. I'm glad she didn't, but I guess
Look what you did to my face.
But she did some messy things. She did a lot of messy things.
Right. But you can go into, I think that's another discussion within how the character changes from Suicide Squad to Birds of Prey for this one. Which was talked about the title, by the way. It's called Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous...
The fantastical emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Of one Harley Quinn.
Now I don't even like the name anymore.
Yes. Well, first of all, now they're changing it. It's being released this week again as Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey.
Are you serious?
Yes, I swear.
I took a picture of Birds of Prey.
So I mark my words. This Friday it's going to be advertised. Well, I think it's kind of been advertised already, but now it's Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, which is much more accurate because it's called Birds of Prey. This was not a Birds of Prey movie.
Like Batman v Superman.
This would be a cut.
So what do we do?
What do we do? What do we do in this cut? Well, I mean,
we can Photoshop something in here. But paper scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, I messed up already.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Boom, I win.
Okay. Well, out of fruit.
That's it. No, I win. you take what you can get. You know? Like with this movie, the only thing I took from it is that, some fight scenes were really cool. I thought the best stuff in the movie was when she, like towards the end of the movie, when she was on the car. Impossible. Unbelievable, but she was on the car and she jumps on top of it, and then she does like this weird like little pose, stands up straight, and then like holds like the top of the door, and then like flings her legs into the car, kills the guy instantly. I thought that was so cool. That was my favorite action scene.
That was the one directed by the guy from the.
There you go. See, that's why I liked it. I didn't even know that.
I think it was that one and the police one. I think the other ones.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I bought that the police scene was like a dream, because I'm like, this is obviously like just what Harley Quinn wants to do. No, that's exactly what she did. I was like, okay. I didn't think we needed to see that twice. Because we went back to it. We first saw it.
Yeah.
Then we got like 30 minutes of bullshit explaining.
Yeah.
And then we got back to it. I feel like we should have just finished the scene. Yeah, we should have just finished the scene. Well, why did we stop?
I don't like.
Well, let's go through the whole movie because I think if we're jumping around,
we're gonna get lost.
So
that's why I stopped.
We're gonna get very lost. There's gonna be jumping around as we go through.
Okay, the movie starts off with an animation sequence,
which I thought was interesting. I thought it was cute.
I forgot.
That's the only way you can get Joker in his movie is through an animation sequence.
Because I don't know why Jared Leto would do it.
It's probably costly. He's an Academy Award winner,
and he's still record, and he got all the scenes got
cut.
cut.
His.
Sure.
And the studio.
It's like, well, I know we said we're gonna do an order, but you just brought up Jared Leto. I thought this movie needed a Joker scene.
I did too. I was like, it looks like an after credits scene, something with him in it, like maybe him seeing footage of her doing all of this stuff, or him like knocking on her door, so something.
I just kept getting tired of her mentioning
Mr. J.
Puddin'.
I just kept getting annoyed. I'm like, just show him already. There's no. You're just
getting thrown out of a bar, I think. So that's the closest we're gonna get to that. Which is, I understand it's her own movie. Like she doesn't need Joker, but what this movie needed was there's a lot of characters this movie needed, but at least an appearance by Joker, like maybe like him dying. I mean, Jared Leto's never coming back, right? Just have Jared Leto just. Here's $2 million, just sit here while Harley kills you. Something like that, be a closure or something like that, because it's obviously a different universe from the other DC movies. So there needed to be a scene where maybe like him watching, like you said, like watching it from behind, the news or something like that. They needed the same with Joker. They needed closure because this whole movie was about her like her emancipation, but she got dumped and she never got. There was no.
I mean, I guess
there was no closure.
The closure for her, was blowing up the facility. That's why it was like that was the thing. Oh, that because she blew that up, that means that she and the Joker broke up, and that's why she was so busy. However, I'm sorry, she was very much a part of his gang and whatnot. And yeah, sure, maybe the Joker wasn't gonna protect her, but whoever said she needed that much protection, I mean, the girl could take care of herself. They knew that before.
Because
everyone
in Gotham wanted to kill her,
and yet they didn't. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, because she got lucky. She said it in the movie. Dumb luck.
She got really. We get into it because like there's a lot of issues I have with the movie that it's not just dumb luck. It's like a lot of what's it called when you
really look into it. It's all about sandwich.
Because the plot
suspension of disbelief is the word I'm looking for. There's
but
a lot of
but I mean that's really a lot of action movies, especially movies like this that are very much like a trick. The suspension of disbelief is almost necessary because in any Gotham isn't real. The way that Gotham is not a reality. Like, yes, there's a lot of corruption in the world. I'm never gonna say that that's not true. But
we went from a city setting to a festival. I haven't seen that.
But it's like not even like Chicago, which is one of the more crime-ridden places in our country, is run the way that Gotham is. Like so, the suspension of disbelief. It should always be there, especially with superhero movies, for Christ's sake. I'm talking about a movie that's very contained in the superhero fact. Because the only power we see in this movie is Black Canaries. Other than that, there is no super nothing.
You know what you have to do.
We'll get into that later.
I know, I just can't help it. This movie jumps around too.
However, I like that they named her Dinah Lance.
Yes.
Because I did watch Arrow and Flash, so because we had Dinah as one Black Canary, we obviously had Laurel Lance as the other. So I like
sister.
Yeah, and then her double, and then her double. So I liked that little call out too. I still haven't watched Crisis, so please nobody comment Crisis because I still haven't watched it for a reason. I'm not gonna get into it.
Arrow's on Netflix. That's about it.
I know. I'm waiting for the rest.
Alright, so the animation, I think, Osvaldo, you liked it?
The animation scene, I thought it was forgettable.
Okay.
I legit said right now, like, I did not really remember.
She got spanked by a nurse?
But I did like Harley Quinn's intro, but I guess we didn't really need it. I mean, we all kind of know. I thought it was like a little too lighthearted too. I think her transformation from like Joker, just a regular psychologist to Joker's wife is like should have been explained way more in depth to me.
They're not married.
Well, I mean,
they're not married.
Yeah, his girlfriend.
Never.
He doesn't
they were
respect
never
her.
married.
He doesn't respect her enough for that. No, I think when it comes to the backstory, it's kind of like, why does Harley Quinn need such a big backstory and Joker doesn't? Honestly.
Because it's Harley Quinn.
Because the animated series from 1992, they gave her a backstory because
which is the one we got that she fell in love with him as a.
She's a psychiatrist, but I think that makes her stand out. We've seen all of her other villains that she went into the. She went to this occupation, wanting to help people, and she ended up becoming one of them. But I guess they're saying that she's always had these issues. I mean, if you saw the animated sequence,
and it tells you that she was always little.
Yeah, the dad, like she wanted her dad's love, whatever, and the dad kept on pushing her, whatever.
I feel like I know daddy issues abundant in female world and stuff, and I guess that is kind of a cliche, but it's a very real one. I mean, daddy issues abundant, okay? Daddy issues abundant.
They all got I think all the characters got that mama drama or that daddy issues.
Mama drama.
What's the scene right after the animated scene?
I guess when she gets thrown out of the bar.
Oh,
you can tell her, or something like that. And then they show her
when she gets kicked out of the house.
Was it a house?
It was a house, yeah. She starts banging on the door and like you see like the house.
It was like they couldn't even show Joker or someone outline of Joker doing that. They showed like a guy.
Yeah, when you saw like green or something. And then you just. I like that you see her like all messed up and like eating and she cuts her hair and then she cries in the mirror like, oh, breakups are hard, especially for the crazy people.
Yeah, she never got over him. I don't believe that she got over him in the end. Yeah, in the end, I'm like, okay, I'm jumping.
Yeah. Okay.
But that scene where she gets kicked out, right? Let's go from there.
I did. Then you see her like kind
roller
of dealing. Oh, the roller derby.
Yeah,
that was the best outfit in the movie. I think.
Yeah.
I like that costume the best on her.
I didn't like the feather thing. I wanted.
The little boa.
I kind of want to go for Halloween, so I'm trying to pick it up.
The roller derby one's probably the best one. That's one that stands out.
That was so funny when she just like when she's from the window throws something at her and just flips her off.
I think the problem is also with this movie is like her costume. I guess because she complained a lot. Well, I don't know.
She said that she felt uncomfortable with the booty shorts because I mean, first off, those things are not comfortable.
First of all, she doesn't have a booty. Just saying.
Do not shit on that woman's beauty because that woman is gorgeous.
She is. Does she have a butt?
Yes, she does.
A little.
Okay, we're not discussing her butt right now. We're literally talking about how she didn't want to be a
Well, you get to talk about women empowerment. I can't talk about my masculinity.
It's like, no, because that's not allowed.
That's not the same thing. Talking about a woman's ass is not the same thing.
You're canceled, Ozzie. Canceled. Canceled.
Anyway.
We're going to recast you with someone else.
We just got to dub you in.
We're going to put some Photoshop, I don't know.
What was the guy that took over?
The Kevin Spacey movie, I can't think of his name right now. Max Spandau?
It's like, I'm uncomfortable wearing it. Like, really?
Well, I mean... She was, however, to your point, I don't understand where the uncomfortability came from since she had already, we've already seen all of her. If you watch Wolf of Wall Street, you saw a lot of her. But I don't know, maybe because now that she's bigger, she can charge more for that. So I suppose
she had this weird romper throughout the whole movie.
Yeah,
it was like a little romper.
Yeah,
I didn't care for it. It didn't scream Harley for me. It just like.
It just had the pattern.
It was gold, I think.
Yeah.
Right? It just, I don't know if it was red or if it was green or something. But
I feel like they were really pulling away from the
sexuality,
red.
right?
From the sexuality and from the red and the black. I don't know if I actually went to get my nails done with the birds of prey colors, and the birds of prey colors were not black. They were black, but not the red and the black that I was used to. It was actually like pink and blue.
Oh, it's pink and blue.
It's pink and blue. I guess I'm old.
Birds of prey, I guess.
Those are the birds of prey colors, so I guess they're trying to make it a little bit more colorful.
Oh, the other outfit that I liked was probably like the dance number outfit.
Oh, the Marilyn Monroe?
Oh, yeah.
By the way, that's 2 movies Ian McGregor's been with that song.
Right? I thought that was a nice nod.
Yeah, I know. Was it a nod? I wondered. I was like, is that like
it was that song, Kiss on It,
yeah.
And he was in that scene too.
Simon's our girl's best friend.
And he was also with
Valentine's is coming up. That better be something you heard.
Next week. Sonic the
It's
Hedgehog.
this week.
Oh, you're right. Today's Sunday.
It's this week.
You're right.
It's Monday.
Yeah, I forgot.
What day are you? It's Monday for us.
Yeah,
what day are you on?
No, we did this on Friday, the day the movie came out.
That's right.
It's taking 3 days to post, or a week to post. But Mary Elizabeth Winstead was also with Erin McGregor in Fargo. I don't know if that was also intentional too. I think that's his girlfriend now too, right? Or
I haven't seen Fargo.
Season 3? I think they're...
I want to watch... I started watching Fargo, like, recently, so...
He's in season 3.
Okay. I heard he was really...
I think they're a couple.
I thought he was married with kids.
I mean, I think he's not... I think he had a fling with her. I don't know if they're together now, but there was some controversy that they started hooking up after Fargo. And I don't know if he's divorced now, or... I don't know how it is, but I do know that they were together at one point. I don't know if they were when they filmed this movie.
Oh.
Girlfriend.
Who knows? I mean, she's hot. So everybody wants some Ramona Flowers.
Ramona Flowers. I think that's all I know for
Cloverfield Lane. Yeah.
Sky High, and I think that's it.
She was Sky High?
She was the bad guy in Sky. Spoilers.
Okay, so we were coming back to Birds of Prey. We were at
the roller derby.
The roller derby.
And then they showed you Cassandra Cain for the first time.
They kind of show you like the pickpocket aspect of her. No, honestly,
I didn't really believe the pickpocket.
Yeah, it was
like that was just too easy.
Good pickpocketing in other films. That's like that's not it. It's kind of she only does it once where she's like, oh, I love your thing, and she grabs the thing. It's the misdirection because it's kind of like the magician trick where you're like, look over here.
You're not really supposed to feel them.
She was digging into that guy's ass and you throwing him. She was like that, and I was like, I would have felt something.
Like the dude's right here, in the pockets right here to get the rape. Like you feel that. You feel that. Like you feel the tug and all that stupid shit.
Yeah,
He's not even talking to her to try to misdirect her.
I feel like they didn't put a lot of emphasis on pickpocketing or to make us believe that she was a genuine pickpocket.
We just said, oh yeah, she pickpockets and that's it.
However, she does get caught a lot, so maybe that's how they were telling us she's not the best pickpocket.
I mean, after the cops came, she stole my watch. Whoa!
I'm gonna eat this. You said you liked the character, right? Did you like the
I
character?
liked her. I thought she was funny.
I liked the character. I hated the character. I think she's the worst part of the movie.
You didn't like Cassandra Cain.
I did not like Cassandra Cain. First of all, I had my I won't say doubts, but I had I don't know what it is. I had some worries when I first saw the trailer. Cassandra Cain is a Batgirl. I don't know if you guys know, but she is a Batgirl.
I thought she was the president.
She's the third one? Maybe the fourth one, because Huntress was Batgirl for one point, and then Cassandra Cain took on it. But she was a Batgirl at one point, and what she was best known for was she was the daughter of a famous assassin. I can't remember the name, but it was Kane. I don't know if it's Dean Kane, but I think that's an actor. But he's up there with Batman and Slade Wilson, Deathstroke as a top tier assassin. And when she was a child, she killed someone. And she's like, I'm never killing again. So what she's known for is not speaking and not killing anyone. And then in the trailer, you see her like throw some dynamite, and she goes, oh shit. So the two things that she doesn't do, they show in the trailer.
No.
So I was like, okay. So I have worries. They should not have made her Cassandra Cain. They should have had. There's a lot of people they could have pulled to fill that role. They could have put a boy in there, Jason Todd. Who's the second Batman? Not second Batman, sorry, the second Robin.
Yeah, I was like...
But I guess he's dead in this universe, so that's probably why they didn't use him.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Jason Todd was a pickpocket.
Like, I don't even know what it is anymore.
I just want Damien. I love Damien. I want Damien to be live action now.
I mean, at this point...
They put Stephanie Brown. They could have put Stephanie Brown. Stephanie Brown was also, spoiler, she was also a Batgirl. Her dad's also a supervillain. Her dad's the Clue Master, which is like a knockoff Riddler, and there's some issues there. So
sounds like it.
Yeah, right. So like she has abusive dad. They could have done that. I don't know why they chose to pick Cassandra Cain. It just that wasn't the character.
Well, she's not coming back.
Gotta put women, but they could have used Stephanie Brown, which would have been a lot better in my opinion. But I don't know. I just did not like her character. Everything with that character was like an escort mission. I don't know what the right term, but. She was the worst thing about that movie, and the whole part where like we gotta make her shit, like the whole movie. I was like,
that burrito gonna make
how did she take those those laxatives and not split it?
I had that plot. I guess it's not a plot.
She had pooped throughout. She had pooped for a week. 2 days. 2 days.
I think it was like 2 days. I think, but I don't know. It was all over the place, so it's hard to tell. But I think it was 2 days tops.
I think we meet Roman around this time, right?
Yes, in the club. It was like it's a throwaway because you go back to him later.
Yeah, which is
they
pretty
show
cool.
her at the club, and she breaks some guy's legs. The driver. I love him in Barry. He's a very famous stunt actor. He's in John Wick and Barry.
He did look familiar.
He breaks. We see Canary too for like 1 second.
Kinda explaining what her power is at that point.
Do they show?
But that's later on. That's a little later.
So you're supposed to kind of know who she is.
Well, yeah, like I think a lot of this movie is that where like you already should know.
Which is dumb because like they explain Harley Quinn.
It's dumb and it's not dumb because the way our world is now, like if we want to know something, it's 2 seconds to figure things out. There's all kinds of content that's literally at the tip of our fingers to watch, to consume, to read, to play videos. So I think at this point they're like, you should already know who a Black Canary is, or what a Huntress is, or Harley Quinn. Just because they're taking a different spin on a very well-known character, they kind of want to explain it a little more. But these other characters, they kind of just want you to accept them and then like give them their backstory.
I would prefer that, but in this movie they actually did it. They actually tell you exactly who.
Yeah, like who the Huntress is.
I was
not the Black Canary.
Yeah, they kind of. There was one. The whole point of this whole movie is like you get a lot of exposition from other characters, so you don't experience, for example, like a Huntress story, And for Black Canary's case, you don't learn about backstory. You just have another character telling you the backstory. Like, we know your mom was a hero and she died and blah blah. And
let me get back to her.
yeah, kind of like that, right? So you find out backstory just from that one line from Renee Matoya, which is kind of like, I wish they didn't tell you at all what happened. The same thing with Huntress too. With Huntress, Harley Quinn tells you exactly what happens. You don't feel
like the Batman 2.0, which is when girl Batman.
So I would prefer if they didn't at all tell you their backstory. I think did Roman get a backstory? I think they said like it was daddy.
He got kicked out of his family or something like that.
He was a self-made man. No one helped him. Yeah.
There was a, you know what? Like over time with Roman, there was a point made actually by Brandon that he told me something. He was like, if they were gonna go for it, why did they go for it? The way he was with his friend, the way they acted, like he wasn't.
Okay,
and and my response to him was more like I think it's better that they didn't address it because one of those things were like, it doesn't matter. It's not important to the plot. It's not a thing. So if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. Who cares whether he likes, whether he likes boys or girls? Who cares? It's not important to the plot. So
there was reshoots because I think someone complained that his character was too flamboyant. So there's probably like a lot of deleted scenes.
My favorite is flamboyant so well though. I love it.
So I think there's a lot of scenes where I think if they probably like really enforced in the movie that he was gay and he was very, well, I don't want to say gay, he could be bi or whatever, but he was really playing it up more.
Fluid.
Yeah, maybe like they played it up more and then a lot of people didn't like it. And I think that's why they cut it down a lot.
I know, but like to me, it's like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. Like, yeah, you get the feeling like, oh, I guess, but he also like you see that he likes girls too, so you're like, who cares? Again, it's not a plot point, but I do think it's something. I did see that it was something that was getting brought up a little bit, and I was like, I don't think it's important. I think he did a really good job with what he was given, and yes, what he was given wasn't the best. He was very misogynistic around the end there.
Yeah.
It got very cartoony around the end with the misogyny of it. But I think for me, it looked like he had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like that comes across.
Like the script.
He's like the best thing in there. I'm trying to think. I think every movie he's in, he's probably like the best thing in there.
Always. It's always,
Star Wars. He's probably, everyone like gives him credit for all the best parts of Star Wars.
But I gotta say there were some scenes in Star Wars where he did kind of ruin. Like, I don't know. I feel like.
That's a whole other discussion. But what?
I feel like he did dumb things down a bit. Well, when he was fighting Grievous.
The hello there. It's not your friend.
That part, yeah. But at the end of it, at the end of when he kills Grievous, I don't know. See that's a quotable line, but is it great?
This is another conversation. We can jump on Star Wars later. We can do like a Rise of Skywalker.
We can get Austin for that one too. He doesn't want to do one.
Well, okay, so you're gonna
do like a full movie.
I think him and Palpatine were equally the best characters in the movies.
Palpatine was.
Yes.
Okay, no, we're gonna. This is gonna sidetrack on us. Okay, back to what we were talking about. Okay, so we were talking about Ewan McGregor's performance. What I was saying was that when you can tell that he was having fun and it comes through, which is how we get that energy from him, and it's what makes him way more.
Yeah, he went woo. He was a woo girl. Woo! He did it like 4 times.
That was me on Friday.
But I like this interpretation of the character. It's unique. But I felt for this movie they should have gone for the original, like the way he's portrayed in the comics, where he's like full blown angry. He's like Al Pacino, like he's explosive. His thing is like he's always explosive, angry, which I felt would have been good for this movie because toxic masculinity. Yeah, that should. This is what they should have done. They should have made him more like. He was very feminine. He was very like.
I know. I get your point there. Where like he was very flamboyant. But he was a misogynist.
I feel like the movie would have been better if he was more. If they amped it up, if he was more misogynistic.
I'm
sorry, it's a Monday. Misogynistic, and he was more
machista.
Yeah, more toxic masculinity. They should have amped that up. Like I think it would have been much more funnier. And I think the best parts of the movie is when he was full blown like in the black mask garb and like screaming like "Shut up, man!" Like when he was yelling. That's the best part of the movie for me. I agree with that. It was just really weird though with him and Zaz. It's like, okay, I don't know what they're doing with this. I guess we're gonna do characters. I guess we're doing that. We're just gonna go to each character, and I guess
his partner in crime.
This is evolving as we go.
Yeah, right.
It was okay. It was okay. Yeah.
It's not the best interpretation of the character.
Zaz was the face cutter guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy cuts himself after every kill, but they didn't really. I think there's
But
one
then,
scene
like, they
he
mentioned it
dresses
was like, you see this, these are for every little bird I've sent.
You
Or
said
something.
when he killed the Asian family, he should at least done that in front of us. I don't know, so we could see that he does that.
But like, oh yeah, it was that guy. Ding.
But it was nice though. They mentioned the Lion family. I think the Lion family is the Catwoman family. She's like the bastard or something like that. That family. It was nice that they mentioned that. I like when they do stuff like that. I'm like,
Well, that's the thing about when you like superhero movies or comic book films. Now that we're going into this whole like universe that we're going into, we've been here for a while. What the hell am I talking about? Now that we're in this whole thing where we have universes for everything, we're able to do that where you can have little tiny cameos or throwaways of different characters that you might recognize from a comic, from a game, from a freaking cartoon. And I feel like it just adds color to the world.
this movie should have more cameos. I think there was this. That's what hurt this movie. I think there was no cameos.
There should have been Joker, Batman.
Batman cameo. There was a cameo from like Suicide Squad, but that's about it. And this little, that guy. That was it.
That and then her costume.
Oh, yeah.
And then she talks about like how to get to where she's at. She does that whole crazy.
They have a rich like universe to pull someone from, and I think the only comic book characters are the Birds of Prey, Zaz, and Black Max.
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to budget. There's only so many characters you can throw in there. Like Penguin, I suppose.
I mean,
You can put Kite Man in there, Kite Man.
Yeah. You could have put. I think you could have thrown any of the.
You know who they should have had?
Suicide Squad guys.
Poison Ivy. I agree. That
Poison
movie
Ivy
would
should
have
have been-
I think would have been a lot better movie.
It should have been the after credit scene. I didn't say for the after credit thing that they said there was. There was supposedly nothing, but there was like
It's
a
her
thing.
talking about. I stayed and I regretted it because I should have just gone home and used that extra 3 minutes to sleep. But it's basically like I'm glad. Basically, she said, "Well, I don't know why you guys stayed here, but I'm gonna tell you that Bruce Wayne or Batman is." And that's how it ends. Like she's gonna tell you who Batman is or something like that. But I didn't need to say that.
Okay, good. Yeah, me and Brandon just laughed after that.
No, it's because like we looked it up as we were there, but like it's not an after credit scene. So
It
there
was
you
just.
go.
It was
We're
just
like,
like
okay,
It was a
fine.
voiceover scene.
It was just like Captain America. He was like, "You guys still here?"
That was good.
And
That was
Captain
worth it.
America's like disappointment.
Right. I think what hurts this movie a lot is that I thought it was its own thing, like Shazam, or I thought it was gonna do that way, but it's tied to Suicide Squad. But I thought even then they're gonna like be weird about it, but it's directly from Suicide Squad. I mean, they mentioned Jared Leto's Joker. They showed scenes from Suicide Squad.
Yes.
So don't be talking bad about Suicide
Yes.
Squad.
So my tablet? My phone? It's literally not working good.
So we'll probably cut this up, maybe. Who
Yeah,
knows?
probably.
Dead air.
Hurry on. Here you go. Take it and run. That way. Run away. Okay. Back to the.
Oh yeah, so it's still tying to that universe. So it's like again, you're kind of like shackled to play in that playground, which is weird because
They're like half. That's what I'm saying. Is this a sequel or like a half-soft reboot?
I thought it was a spinoff because.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess
it should have been. I think it should have been like a soft reboot, kind of like that, because
they're gonna do the James Gunn one, right?
yeah,
That's
and that's
supposedly
also
happening.
soft. So and this has the same Captain Boomerang in it too. So
They should just do the whole multiverse at this point. Just to, like,
right.
they already did the multiverse thing with the show. I know I had that spoiled for me.
I think they're gonna do that with Flash. I think the movie that comes out in 3 years. The same writer too. The same writer for this movie is also doing Flash. So I mean, so I think they might do that. But what also hurts this movie is that if they're gonna be the same playground, same universe, then they changed Harley Quinn's character drastically in this one. The first one, she was more the character where she was kind of like good or bad, she's whatever, she's chaotic. This one, they made her like she's practically a hero. She's Deadpool. She's very friendly. I can't think of anything bad she did. Basically, she only hurt people that are dicks. Or actually, when I think about this whole movie, like there was no good guy in this movie. I think everybody in this movie that was a guy was an asshole. I think.
The only good guy, I guess, like that she is with but that portrays her is the Asian guy.
Man, shit. I mean,
oh, wow, that's true.
everybody in that movie, all the cops. Yeah, there's
all
nobody.
They're all.
See, this movie has an agenda. All men are. You know what? That guy who made her sandwich was a nice guy.
Yeah.
But he's probably a pedophile or something like that.
Oh,
I mean,
his cheese was 6 months.
There's probably a deleted scene where he's sitting on Cassandra like commit. There's probably a scene. There's probably a deleted scene or something like that because all men are dicks in this movie except for the sandwich guy. But her character is very different.
Then in the Suicide Squad.
This one, I prefer the Suicide Squad version where she was more like. There's a scene. Probably my favorite Harley scene is like where she's like pretending to drown, and Batman like goes up to her and she's like pretends to stab him and she's like really vicious.
Oh yeah.
This movie like she ran away from everything. She wasn't like a badass that was like I'm gonna go in there and fuck shit up. This one she ran away from everything.
I do think they're trying to do more of the hero aspect.
Yeah.
They're trying to pull her out of like the villainy. And to their credit, though, I think the reason they're trying to do that is because they want more of the female empowerment. You can't really get female empowerment from a character who's technically a bad guy, at least in their eyes. I think differently. But I think they want like, we want someone to pop up, like they can pop up Wonder Woman, and they can pop up Captain Marvel. Ugh.
She didn't. I don't think she killed anyone in this movie.
She did.
That's what I like about. That's what I like about a character. Like her character is very complicated in the comic. She's actually killed kids, and that's what she still lives with that kind of stuff. But working with the Joker.
Like she just mentioned it in the line. It's like I will kill you. I do not care that you're a kid.
And there's all
yeah, but it's like,
that's the only explanation.
I can't think of anyone that died. Maybe at the end, I don't know. Maybe like there's those.
What do you mean? She with that hammer in the police station, the guy gushes blood out when she hits him.
She probably survived. Oh no, but it's like she had guns in another movie. She had guns and this one she didn't use guns at all except for.
She shot that one dude holding Cassandra Cain.
Yeah.
No, he didn't shoot her. He shot a statue.
No,
she shot
in
the
the police station.
She shoots the guy
after
that's
she
taking
shoots the
Cassandra.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
He goes down.
Okay,
I remember thinking, I was like, that was a scary shot. You could have killed her.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, but like that was cool because she is risky.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So she does kill a couple of people.
She didn't kill Black
I
Man.
do think that there needed to be more. Charles Bowen said that to me. He was like, I feel like the movie wasn't enough. I feel like there needed to be more.
I feel like they should have kept Black Mask.
It was rated R. The movie's rated R. It's like it should not have been rated R. Honestly.
And the bad thing about it being rated R is that they cut out a lot of their fan base.
Yeah, it's just made for 13-year-old girls. And
yeah. I mean, a little. No, they would know that. I was told I have the emotional capacity of a 15-year-old, so who knows? So maybe that's why I liked it so much. However, I did really like the movie. I like hearing all these points. I like us talking about it because there's a lot of things to be said with superhero movies, especially now that we're trying to do this whole inclusion thing. It does bring points where it's like, okay, was the movie necessary? Was it? I'm gonna go with no, it really wasn't necessary, but it was a hell of a lot of fun. I wish it would have been a little bit. I wish it would have been a little bit more so that it could stamp itself and be like, no, we are necessary. It's a good movie. We're a good cast. This can work. Unfortunately, given their $33.3 million opening, I don't think we're gonna get another.
Well, that's the thing too. Is I always go by my dad. If he wants to see a movie, that's how I base on all the movies that I do. I saw the first two trailers, and I really liked it. I liked the trailers. I'm like, okay, I'm into it. But my dad was like, no. And he has not seen this movie. And I guess a lot of people didn't like the trailers either, apparently. But, again, this is what I didn't like about the movie. There's a line in the first trailer where I guess Black Mask goes like, you need me, or something like that. Some very scary line. And she goes like, everyone should be scared of me, or something like that. She had this really cool line in the trailer. And I'm like, oh, cool, we're going to get this Harley Quinn that fucks shit up. I mean, my favorite Harley Quinn storyline is when she wants to kill Joker, she gets really mad, and she goes on a rampage, and she stops Batman, she stops the Robins, Poison Ivy. She lays this chaos in her way, because when she's driven, she's scary. And we never got scary Harley Quinn, that's why I want to see a scary Harley Quinn.
They explained to us that she's super smart, that she has a PhD, and she was able to pick
she's a gymnast. That's why she can do something.
She's able to pick people's personalities instantly, able to figure out what how they act and what they do and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
like she can cause real damage.
Yeah, to emotionally and like.
Because you do get to see when she's talking. She talks to Roman when he's hitting her. She's just like, oh my god. She knows how to.
She cannot be mentally turned. That's why she was with the Joker. Like, she was, you know what I mean?
Mentally turned.
Like she was able to be with the Joker because like he was such a.
You know what? I watched
couldn't be
this.
twisted.
I watched this thing recently on like her evolution as a character, like when she started, where it's a lot of it was like she. Even when he did these horribly bad things to her, she kind of like did these mental gymnastics to be like, oh, but that's just how he is, but he still loves me even though he didn't love her. Let's be honest. And that's something I didn't like in Suicide Squad, honestly. That was one of the one things I didn't like. I did not like that they tried to romanticize their relationship.
It's because they changed it.
Yeah.
They changed the way it was shot was like, I wish there's everyone wants a Snyder cut, they want like, I don't know what other cuts, there's a J.J. Abrams cut for Star Wars, but there's a David Ayer cut that I would like to see where they cut a lot of the Joker stuff. And one of it was at the end, he comes back. That's why it's kind of like weird at the end, where they go in the subway and Joker shows up. And they show him the trailer like all burned up. And he goes, Harley, now. And she goes, no. And I think he strikes her or something like that. And he fights the Suicide Squad for like 2 minutes before he runs away. And that's why she takes out the little thing. But that would have been good, right? Because it just felt really weird. I mean, people shit on Jared Leto's Joker because of that, but I like this Joker. I mean, I know we're talking about a different movie, but
no, but I didn't hate the performance. I just
I thought it was okay.
I didn't feel he was necessary to the movie because he was almost inconsequential to the plot.
I think they should have got that storyline from Suicide Squad and put it in this one.
Yeah, that would have.
He's like the recurring bad guy.
That would have been better.
Somewhere in the back.
But yeah,
I'm
not a fan of the fact that they romanticized their relationship because I've not read a lot of the comics. I grew up with the cartoon, with the original Batman, the Gothic one.
The Batman in 1992.
Yeah, the Batman in the 90s.
Series.
So, I have very vivid recollections of her being treated very poorly. After Suicide Squad, I think a lot of people were calling that out. We're like, oh, their relationship is terrible. What's wrong with you? Because people were like, oh my god, we're Harley and Joker. Da, da, da. You do not want to be Harley and Joker. No, I think one of the worst ones that I saw was when he threw her into the dungeon with all the other skeletons of other Harleys.
What was this, in a cartoon?
It was a comic. It was a comic
that
I saw. I saw that one when he beats her to a bloody pulp.
He's abusive.
Yeah, he's very, very abusive. So I feel like it would have given this character a little bit more color, a little bit more like, not so much reasons for you to root for her, but a little bit more like, oh, you managed to still be kind of really upright and cute and sweet, even though you're literally getting your ass kicked by the person you're in love with.
You watch the movie, it's like, what did you do to her? All you did was like kick her out.
Yeah, I feel like we did need a little bit more of the reality of what the Joker is.
And what's hurting, I feel like the DC, like this version of Harley Quinn, is that there's no Poison Ivy, as you mentioned. Because Poison Ivy is tied to her origin as well, because Poison Ivy gives her a serum that makes her stronger and more athletic. That's why she's able to like last the way she does. And all we know is she's just a gymnast that can fight. That's all we know. And she's good with the bat.
Yeah, and like good words.
She can fight a bunch of these goons, but she can't fight any person essential to the plot one-on-one, because
that's true, huh? She like got crapped on by the cop, and like she's been doing all these like acrobatic fight, like fist fighting, like you can tell she can fight, but then when she fights the cop, she goes like, ooh, no reaction. It's just like the worst kind of fight that she has.
Because women are stronger in this universe, and men are weak.
And when women fight each other, they become slower and weaker. I guess.
Have you ever seen a girl fight? That is not true.
I mean, in this movie, I didn't get anything.
I'm just saying, like, if you're seeing a girlfriend, that's just scary.
But it's like she's taking on like biker dudes, and she's like jumping on their like heads and like hitting their femurs and stuff like that, and she fights this cop. It's like this old cop that's like pushing 60.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give you that one.
I'm like, okay.
I mean, like Canary's kicks are supposed to be super, super strong.
That was good. I think that's the best shot. You mentioned like the best fight scene was at the end. I think that shot where she kicks a guy into the mirror.
Oof, yeah.
I was like, no. That was good.
That was good, and I believed it because Canary does have strong kicks like that. Yeah, but like it wasn't really explained. But whatever.
Right. We all like Black Canary, right? I think we all agreed that.
Yeah.
I love.
She was cool.
I
know
love the
really
Huntress thing. I actually really liked the whole
Right.
like.
Okay,
I did.
Okay, I guess I'll say this now. I think Huntress should have been the first thing in the movie. Fuck the anime part. I think she should have been the first thing in the movie that we were introduced.
They should show the family getting gunned down.
Yep, gunned down. We should have seen the people who gunned her, who gunned them down. Like, so we could just remember for later and not be spoon-fed everything after, you know?
Yeah, I feel like we should have. I feel like I wanted to feel like a connection with the character because I really like the character. But we're told through exposition, like near the end of the movie, that this is what she is. Remember that stuff we saw earlier? This is her. So when you get this reveal that she was the Bird Nelly girl or something like that, like you don't feel anything because she had this whole journey we didn't even know. Which maybe that's the point of the movie, but at the end it's like, I killed all these people because they killed my family, and this person right here is the last one. So my story arc is done. Which is...
I know, right? Like, do we get to see her again? Oh no, she joins the Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
I wish they didn't really go into her backstory at all. I wish they all the backstory with Black Canary and Huntress, they should have saved for the Birds of Prey movie if they were making one, because
yeah.
I just didn't like what I was given. It's like you just give me a little sample.
But it's just like you take off the backstory stuff, your background. The movie's like barely breaks an hour. Like,
that's what I'm saying. The movie's only like 90 minutes. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like, I feel like what we needed was more of it. You think? Yeah. We needed more. We needed more like of the team up. We needed more of this. Maybe more backstories, maybe, and make some things last longer. I feel like that was very.
When I first heard about the movie, when her Birds of Prey and Harley Quinn, right? I was thinking that Harley Quinn was gonna have her own adventure, doing all this bad shit, or whatever, and the Birds of Prey were gonna go after her, or something like that, because they're a team already. I thought that would have been more interesting, where these three people trying to stop her. But this movie is called Birds of Prey, and they're not even the Birds of Prey. Right?
They become the
at the end. They kind of do. That's like my main issue again.
Yeah, I didn't explain the name.
I don't remember. At that point, I zoned out because it's all wrapped up really quickly. Like, and at the end, blah 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 happened, and they show them all fighting together. I don't even know if they call them Birds of Prey.
Yeah, they call them Birds of Prey, and she says it's a
that's what Barbara Gordon called them, but whatever. True. Just should have brought her into it. Another issue we mentioned. We all like Huntress. I like what they got. They made her kind of goofy at the end, which is kind of weird.
They're like socially awkward.
Yeah, she's supposed to be the Batman of the group.
I mean, the person, really think about it, she was raised as an assassin by men. Like, she would be socially awkward.
She didn't have any
the crosscover.
Not damn I just love the thing when they show, like, her practicing, do you know who I am? She's like, tilts her head, do you know who I am?
I feel like that little lightheartedness was like, I allowed it, I guess. In a way.
My main issue again with casting was Renee Montoya, which is played by Rosie Perez. Her character is way too. I don't want to shit on women for being like, oh, that's older, but her character is young. I think she's probably the youngest. She was introduced into the animated series as well as Harley Quinn, and she was a cop, an honest cop that eventually made the way to detective. And she has probably one of the best detective or best side character storylines ever in the DC universe, where she's this beautiful Latina cop, and Harvey Dent falls in love with her. Not Harvey Dent, sorry, Two-Face. Two-Face falls in love with her. And he tries to woo her, and she's just not having it. And then she finds out she's a lesbian. And then Two-Face uses that to destroy her career and to destroy her family. So she has this really good backstory where I think she gives up being a detective and starts doing freelance and all that stuff. So we didn't get that at all in this movie.
She was like, and this is the part when the cop starts doing things. When does the cop actually start doing things? When they're actually a cop.
Like if you watch any cop movie, you know that it's when they get their. This is the one when they give their badge.
I didn't need to say that.
And she's also.
I think the narration is supposed to just it's trying to add color to it. I think that's the point of the narration.
Is this?
I think the narration is just
like too much Deadpool. Too much Deadpool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, yes. I do agree that Deadpool did it better. Deadpool did do it better. But Deadpool is a whole other playing field. When you really think about it, that's a whole other thing.
Another thing for Deadpool to make fun of now. Goddamn. We're feeding Deadpool more lines.
But you know what? I think it would have been better if they borrowed a page from Deadpool's playbook and just followed Harley Quinn throughout the whole movie. Because they kept on like focusing on other characters. Whereas Deadpool, you always look at him and you see like.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a much better movie. I'm not saying this movie.
Because if they wanted this big Harley Quinn movie, why throw in the Birds of Prey? I get what you're saying. That's a very good argument, and it's true. I did like just the stuff with her more than I like the stuff with Buccanary.
That's where the movie at.
I love those stuff with Roman, which is why we get so much Buccanary. I wish. I wasn't a fan of the cop. I honestly wasn't.
Exactly. She's actually a superhero in the comics too. She becomes the Question, which is like a character. That's a fun character in itself. But she's a superhero. She's part of Birds of Prey. They got this 80-year-old. Sorry, I keep making her older every time. I'm just shitting on older women. Sorry.
She's like getting older, 60, 70.
She's like this older woman that. I'm like, okay, fine. Let's see her lever. Let's see who her lever looks like. And her lever's like Ali Wong, right? From I was like, she's like. Again, I can't shit because guys do that too. They cast older men and difference. But I was like, I would prefer Ali Wong as Montoya. Honestly, they should have switched it. I would prefer an Asian American
instead of an Asian eccentric.
I think that's what they're doing. I think this whole movie is like very diverse. We have a black canary. We have a white Harley Quinn. We have a. She's
just a Mexican.
Canadian, I guess. Well, Harley Quinn's Australian, right? Australian?
The actress is, yes.
She's Australian. Marilyn's a white, she's Canadian. And then we have the Asian Cassandra King. So it's a very diverse cast in that story. Just fighting scenes with music.
I like, the story, it's very, very straightforward. But I think sometimes that when it's done correctly, I feel like that can always be, that can be really beneficial to it because when you pack or convolute the story, I feel like that tends to take away from the film as opposed to.
But I think they made it more convoluted than they were supposed to by going back and forth.
The storytelling.
Yeah, it is a straightforward plot. It's supposed to be, but the way it is when they interject like backstory and all stuff, it makes it more a far inferior Pulp Fiction. So.
I guess you could say that.
Alright. But yeah, there's not much to say about the story because there's not much going on other than everyone wants to kill Harley. Yeah. She's gonna make a deal to escape, but in reality
this whole
she's gonna
movie,
betray her.
there was no connections to the Joker. There's no connections to Batman or what's actually happening to Gotham right now because there's a lot of things happening to Gotham right now, and like the Justice League. Holy shit!
Justice League in the same.
Yes, because it's part of the Suicide Squad.
Is Suicide Squad, what's the time period Suicide Squad and
After Batman died, before Justice League. After Superman died. After Superman died.
Yeah, because that's when they said that. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I think it has to be like right after. I think it's implied it's right after Suicide Squad because they show like her being saved from prison and then her getting the boot like shortly after that. So a little bit after Suicide Squad. So probably before Justice League.
I think so. I would think so.
I saved the world.
It wasn't dated.
She's like, I saved the world. King Batman. Okay. Fight scene. So the fight scene in the end of the movie.
There's more fight scene before that though.
That's his favorite.
Okay. Actually, let's get to the chase scene because that's the medium good stuff.
Chase scene.
The chase scene. It's like the first big fight scene, I guess.
Oh, and she's like with the egg sandwich.
Do you have anything to say with that?
Yes, the movie is a metaphor of the egg sandwich.
Yeah.
You really want that egg sandwich and it fell down. That's a metaphor.
Honestly though,
really
I was watching it, I'd be like, that would piss me off too. That'd be like the worst thing for me.
I honestly wanted an egg
to eat and then like it just gets destroyed. That would be like the worst thing to me. Me and my fat ass self.
That was a good scene. That's a Harley Quinn moment. Say, okay, I like this part.
Yes.
First half of the movie is great. Which is weird because the guy he's an informant, right? He's trying to kill the cop. That was weird. He was supposed to be an informant and he's killing Montoya or whatever.
No, I think he's trying to kill Harley.
She's right there. I mean, it's... Yeah.
She's right there.
Yeah, lucky. See, I understand that kind of luck, right? That kind of luck. You mentioned about luck earlier, right? Like that kind of luck, okay, that works out fine. But the look I can't get behind is the police station.
Right?
This is Gotham City.
Right?
This is Gotham City. No one has a gun. There's no corrupt officers in there that will shoot on sight.
No, there's just like they all were gun ready, but then she has something that's not fatal. You can easily get up from that,
But they don't know that though. It's the person.
They just knock out.
This is Gotham City. You're dealing with clowns.
Yeah, exactly. You're dealing.
It's like I don't trust that water gun Joker. I'm sorry. Boom.
The Joker has goons as cops in that exact station.
Yeah, that's too much suspending of disbelief. And it was empty. There's only like less than 20 cops there.
I do think that they should have kept that like in her imagination because I remember saying a lot like it's like all in her head, but she's actually really killing all of them. I remember thinking that. I feel like that could have been done better that way. If you come back and they're all dead, that would have been pretty intense.
In fact, the whole movie would have been better if at the end she has like the whole thing. Just someone said that's not exactly what happened. And then
Yeah.
Something like that. They should have pulled a Joker where they should have like maybe that wasn't real, but
that would honestly I thought that was gonna happen. Like maybe that's not how it really happened. Like she actually kills them and then like.
But that's a good point. That would have made that scene a lot better if they actually showed a bunch of dead cops there. But again, Harley's a good guy, so she can't kill anybody in this movie.
A good guy now.
Not anymore. She's just crazy as she always is. As the same Harley.
I'm pretty sure
You could be watching and crazy and still be a good guy.
Could.
That's what they're
doing. Could, but not her.
Everyone kills but her.
Except
for that one scene, which I feel was a mistake. I feel like they probably like missed it.
Which one?
When she shot because she didn't kill anyone in the whole movie. The whole movie they made her. She went out of way to not kill people.
I just told you she got that hammer. She like uppercut. That big ass dude. Dead.
She's like Batman. She cripples people, but she doesn't kill them.
She leaves them shaking. She leaves them paralyzed.
I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not gonna save you.
Yeah. The hyena scene. The hyena.
Oh,
was Bruce. He was so cool. Bruce should have killed.
How did Bruce survive?
If Black Mask had to die, it should have been by Bruce.
Yeah.
It should have been by Bruce. That would have been the way better scene. Yes, because he falls into a pit of fire after the building explodes and shatters on him. Still alive.
He's alive.
He's alive. Look, Bruce. Where were
now her cats have 9 lives. Joke. Nothing. Nothing.
It's not a cat.
But I'm glad you brought up that scene because. There's also a scene I had a problem with is like when no one knows where we are. Police, right?
What
the police knows where she is. Okay, fine. She looks down. There's people like trying to blow her up. The whole scene happens and like they just give up. I mean,
the cops. There were no cop cars. No, they were goons. I think
there's a high. I mean, you still stay, right? I mean, that's like $500,000. Was it $1 million?
No, they blew it up, so they're probably running. So they don't get
people will still go there, right? I mean, if everyone's like, hey, just so you know, there's a sale at Walmart right now. There's like 5 TVs that are on sale, right? I mean, people are still gonna go if all 5 of them are gone. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's. I mean, you don't know that Harley's dead. It's not Mandalorian where like it's done.
I feel like the production crew were behind that door and they couldn't show them because they didn't have any costumes.
Right, they didn't have any costumes for that, but I thought it was kind of weird. It's like okay.
Yeah, I thought that was.
They just gave up on her.
Yeah, they didn't even break the door down.
Because cops are really good. They're really nice.
They are really nice cops in this movie. Yes, they are. They weren't even cops. They were just so nice. They were so cool.
They're very quiet.
They didn't arrest anybody. They saw Cassandra Cain, let her get away.
I think.
If it was Black Canary, it was a different story.
That's true. Oh.
I
just can't. You know what you have to do.
I hate that scene so much. Again, back to
action. Did she even kill anyone there?
Back to action too. At the end, it's a war zone. They show all these people with guns.
Yes.
And when they go inside the place, there's like no guns at all. It's like
they all had guns, and then they all ended up with bats.
I was like
knives and machetes.
I think I was bored. There's a lot of action scenes. I was bored.
Anyone else annoyed that all of a sudden there's some cholos on their bikes that like pissed me off? I was like, God damn it, why?
Cholos on their bikes.
Yeah, so not like more so like on bikes, like on normal freaking bikes with the stupid handlebars that the cholos. Right?
I'm Mexican, and that's very accurate.
That's the most accurate thing in this movie.
I know.
I I see
don't
that
want this to
every
be
day.
perpetuated because unfortunately it is accurate as hell. I see that.
I didn't have. I looked at it. I'm like, oh yeah, that happens. That's happening right now. I see some people outside doing that.
But they should have had like Diablo's from Suicide Squad. They should have had his crew. That would have been cool. Like a nice nod, but
maybe like hide out in his family's house.
it's gone. He killed them.
Oh, I'm so stupid.
Know your shit.
He killed his family.
Suicide Squad is up there with Citizen Kane. You should know your shit.
But
But it does get a lot of hate that I don't think it deserves. I love
Suicide Squad.
I actually like Suicide Squad better than this movie. Actually,
I like Suicide Squad better than this movie. I can agree with that.
they're the same movie. This one has like
It's like
the villain is not as good, but I like the characters more in Suicide Squad.
I'm more excited to see
I
this
hate
again.
it. What you liked Croc?
I like Croc. Croc was good.
What? What you didn't?
I like the trailer to Suicide Squad way more than I
Was
like the actual
awful.
movie. I'm gonna do that, but
I enjoyed it.
well,
Jared Leto. I'm gonna defend Jared Leto. This is also hashtag Jared Leto. I'm gonna defend him. People shit on his Joker, but you know what? For what he was given, he did such a great job. His Joker.
Yeah, okay.
You
fine,
can't.
that's true.
It's like
you can't complain.
You can't compare a Joker
the
without.
rat thing though, like where you have to send rats to people.
I'm not defending him, the actor. I'm defending like the Joker character, his portrayal of the character.
Yeah.
I did like his portrayal. I didn't think it. I thought it held up. We just didn't get enough of it.
You just can't.
Again,
He needed
he
more.
wasn't put in the right film, so we shit on it because what are you even doing here?
He
There was
could've
a lot of that.
been.
Like,
That's
why
why
am I seeing you? You are not important.
The only thing I didn't like was like maybe the tattoos, but they're going by the freaking Frank Miller star. I mean, but I like the reasoning behind it. It's like Batman beat the shit out of me, so I put damage there because I'm damaged. I guess it's an F you to Batman, kind of like that. They're like those people that are petty like that. They just want you to know. And the fact that he's missing his teeth makes sense because Batman beats the shit out of people.
That's true. Yeah.
But I like his portrayal a lot. I mean, his character, like, there's this. I think this is a character I was more into the super sanity version of the Joker because he's very flamboyant. There's like a lot of costume changes. The way he talked to people, I think when Harley Quinn was strapped to the table, he became like a game announcer. Like, what do we have here? He became like that. And then when he's talking to the professor, he's talking like nerdy professor. Like, I feel like he's being like that, like a little troll. And then with Harley, I felt like he was doing a Humphrey Bogart type thing. Because every time he talked to her, it was like almost Nixon-esque, but I think he was going for a Humphrey Bogart thing.
I have a question.
Like
Well, what do you think like Jared Leto's Joker like was like? Do you think he was like 60s, the 80s, or like
I think he was not.
the Dark Knight? You think it was his own?
He was not.
No. There's only 3 ages. That's why.
Oh, like yeah, the golden age.
But that's what I meant. Yeah.
It's closer to the newer.
I thought
52 Batman Joker.
I did like. He did feel like a mix. He did feel like a mix between all of them, which I really liked. You know, he was like where he was slurring his words like an idiot, like he's trying to troll, and then he actually kills people like without mercy or kindness, and then he's conniving especially with Harley Quinn.
He put that guy into a position where he couldn't win. He's like, he gives her Harley Quinn, right? I don't want her. You put him in a position he couldn't win. If you reject it, you're rejecting something from your boss. So you take it, you're taking it from your boss. That was a very Joker move. I love the part like where he has a little tuxedo. That's like, I just love Joker tuxedo. I like his laugh. It's very, his character, I can see him in Arkham, people being annoyed by him. Like, Cobblepot and the other people are like, get the fuck away from me, you're fucking annoying. Like, I wish we got to see more of him because you can't really judge him because he didn't go up against anyone on his level.
That's what I'm saying. He was in the wrong film, so it's easy to shit on him and be like, again, what the fuck are you doing here? Because you don't belong here right now. At no point does he serve us the plot.
I would have liked it if he was in this movie. I mean, just to be there with Black Mask.
There were so many opportunities. There were so many. Yeah.
Supposedly they're gonna make a Joker Harley Quinn movie at one point, but
Jared Leto is just like.
we'll see. I mean, they don't want anything to do with Jared Leto right now.
Alright, so we're gonna have to put this down quicker because my kids are going crazy back there. If you could hear that. So, last points.
He wants to talk about the last fight scene, right?
Okay,
I guess we can like skip to the end, like to the pure part where Black Mask turns completely stupid and like lets the kid. I don't know. It's like the pickpocket thing was kind of like a good was kind of a decent
Yes.
payoff for her, but I just don't like how he died. I thought that was too easy.
I'll give you that. It did feel real quick.
He should have. If his death was gonna, he shouldn't have died in this movie.
Yeah, they should have been scarred, and that's why he wears the mask full time.
I agree.
I feel like
I thought it was really funny how he died, but I agree that it was.
Ewan McGregor could have had his own movie. I feel like this Black Mass interpretation with Ewan McGregor could have made a movie.
With Batman, I would love to see him go against Batman.
That would have been like Spider-Man versus in the Spider-Verse. No, Miles Morales versus the Kingpin. There's something random, but it works so well. It works so something like that. But yeah, I guess the ending fight scene wasn't for me. Obviously, it wasn't believable. It looked like just a big dance, just a big old dance. Everyone knew what they were doing. There were steps, literally, that they were looking at the floor, looking at where they were gonna step, and then boom, they died. They were about to swing. They didn't swing. They're about to stab her, pull it back just so they could get kicked. Just things like that. I can't look at those fight scenes. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly how.
Whip me. There's that one scene. She tells her to whip her, right? The bike is faster than her. I don't know why. I don't know why the bike couldn't catch up. And that girl's an assassin. Just whip me. Whatever.
Yeah, well, those rollerblades just kept up with that car.
I'll be like, no, why would I whip you? I'm faster.
You can't. There's deceleration. She doesn't get faster with.
She's drifting.
She's drifting back.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, my final point. The canary cry was like, I wish they weren't hanging up in the air. That was kind of weird. Damn, what's my final point for this movie? I felt like this should not have been a Birds of Prey movie. They should not have had a backstory in this. I feel like they were the weakest part of this movie. It's a nice setup. I don't like freaking Montoya in it, but it's whatever. It should have been a Gotham City Sirens movie. I felt they should have moved some stuff around, made it a Gotham City Sirens movie, because Catwoman would have been a lot better in the movie, and Poison Ivy, who's always been there, the ground Harley. I feel like that relationship would have been better, because the whole time Harley just felt adrift. She's the side character in this movie, really shows us why she's the side character. There wasn't anything that proved to me she deserves her own movie. This is why they probably put a Birds of Prey movie there. But the first half of the movie I really liked. Second half not so much, because they focus more on the Birds of Prey, or they tried to shoehorn in, and I just didn't feel anything for them. They should have kept all the backstory out for a Birds of Prey movie. Yeah, and I guess that's why we're getting the Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey renaming.
That's so funny. I cannot believe they did that after they already.
They've done things like that before.
Live, die, repeat. Edge of tomorrow.
Last point. I'm excited for New Mutants.
New Mutants.
For me, my last point is going to probably be, one, I did love the movie, I had a lot of fun with it. Problem-wise, I do think the story lacked a little bit more.
Black story.
Just a little bit more, just more of that.
It was a dessert. It was a dessert.
Yeah.
It was like a hostess dessert.
I wanted a meal, not an appetizer.
It was the cherry. We didn't get anything else.
It was a Twinkie. It was the job done.
But to the point,
no filling.
I hope that Margot Robbie gets to portray the character again.
Yeah.
I think that she
could
do such a really good job if they just let the character be what the character is instead of trying to make her something she's not.
I so want to see Margot Robbie and Ben Affleck in the same room talking.
We had a scene.
I had kind of a scene, but legit discussing I don't know where the Jokers were about, or what the fuck.
Ben Affleck's gone now.
Yeah, he's
I would have so loved it, but no.
And I'm excited for Robert Pattinson. But yes, my final point is that I loved it. I do want to watch it again. I don't think it's an imperfect movie, which is why it didn't get a full score for me. But I think I scored it more on the fact that I had a lot of fun with it. I don't get that a lot of movies. You can watch movies that are really good, but you don't have that much fun with them. It's that was a great movie. Never gonna watch it again. I really want to watch this again. So that's how I think my score is.
I think I would. I think I'm settled with watching it Like if then
It's like a background movie.
yeah, like I'll watch it and be like, that's ridiculous. Okay, back to whatever the hell I was doing.
Alright, so
I watched it again for Margot Robbie because she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And Jessie, I think her name was Jessie Smollett. I think she's also gorgeous in the movie. And Ed McGregor's performance is he just chews the scenery, and I just like every scene. I kind of wish there was more. But
Journey Smollett Bell.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
Junie.
Journey. Yeah.
all right, so I kind of combine both the names, but I still like DC movies. Even though I don't think it's a great movie, I still like it more than a lot of the Marvel movies.
I'm always getting excited. Yeah.
I'll probably watch it again. I'll probably buy it on Blu-ray.
Blu-ray. It doesn't break 3.0.
Well,
Did make me angry.
clearly most of the public agrees with you since it didn't do that well. But
33 million. Well, they blamed it on what? I think they blamed it on the coronavirus because people were scared to go out too.
in China.
China
They blame that.
Oh, you know, it's also rated R. I mean,
Yeah, that is.
It's also rated R.
Joker.
It's like, oh, look, Deadpool
with
did it.
Joker. Okay. Alright, guys.
But it's flu season too, so it's their fault. Right now, it's flu season.
That is true.
They want to get that Deadpool money. It's flu season.
Oh, so yeah, the flu season, I think we're gonna worry. Alright, guys, so that was our discussion on Birds of Prey. I don't know what you took from it. If you just like us talking and messing around, that's great.
Hopefully we're coherent, but then again, it's like we're like the Harley Quinn movie. If it isn't coherent, we're just following.
We went with the theme.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the theme.
Yeah.
I promise you, these will get more structured as we go along. These are all like
We're
new
just
things.
freeballing it, or I don't know.
We'll work harder.
we're
I promise. I still want to try movie fights though. I think that'd be
Movie fights?
Yeah,
I would love to do it. I love to do it with Austin because I know he loves Star Wars.
I love Star Wars too.
I think DC movies are better than Marvel movies, so I want to come on. I want to.
But like, fight about what though? It's Star Wars.
DC
About how we like.
Marvel still
movies are
fighting
better.
for Marvel, but I
What
do
would
agree.
you fight about Star Wars though?
The Star Wars, that they're terrible.
Oh,
Like the new trilogy and stuff like that, like ruined the whole movie. I'm over Star Wars now. I used to like Star Wars. Now I just think it's all garbage now. Because thanks to the last one.
last ones or last one?
The last one.
Oh,
I thought Last Jedi was bad, but I was like, you know what? It was just I was too up on you.
That is a conversation.
Yeah, you did say that. Yeah, I remember that.
That is a conversation for another video. So once again,
Leave a
will
comment.
you do cinemanny?
Manny, but you call me cinemanny. You can follow me on Twitter at Batmanny, 1989 or 1987 or Batmanny. I forget. I'll get better at this, I promise.
Follow me on Instagram at the real Ozzie. OZZIE.
We have to do these, okay? And once again, I'm Lady Lily. You can follow me on Instagram at LadyLily29 and on Twitter as LizBay5708. Please do not ask me why that's my Twitter handle.
Don't
Alright.
Why?
Whole other video, guys. Whole other video. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.
I don't know.